Welcome to Coffee number 2. I am your host, Echo Fan Grey Wolf. This video is probably going to make me lose a few followers, and that is okay. That door is always open, and there's always forgiveness. This video is about Felon 47, aka Donald John Trump, Captain Bone Spurs, who's never served a day in his life, who basically issued death threats without issuing death threats to Democratic representatives who told the world, listen to my words now, that we don't have to follow unlawful orders. This legit stupid bastard decided that they said lawful. No, they said unlawful orders. So before we go any further, let me make sure that we are clear. This is my cat card. I am a veteran of the United States Army National Guard. My job was MOS, and that was 11 Bravo. That means I have one job, and it's not the best job that you can have, unless you're insane. This is my veterans card. Let me explain 11 Bravo before we continue. I have one job. Spray you or get sprayed by you. In other words, we eat bullets or we feed you bullets. I'm frontline soldier. I never got deployed, so don't get it twisted. Got a brand new hip for my service on my left leg. Now, my dog tags are up here. I have not put these motherfuckers back on since Trump's been in office. I usually don't go nowhere without them. But if Trump's going to be in office and y'all won't vote him the fuck out and all the things he's done, I'm not the one with the problem. You're the one with the problem. He's going after black people now. He's going after the Apaches. He's going after the Navajo. He's been going after them since he got in the fucking office. Point blank period. And Elon Musk, who keeps trying to follow me on TikTok, no, dude. You put my people in this situation. You paid for this fucker to get in. You gave people thousands and thousands of dollars for people to get in. Yes, I am the same Echo Fan Grey Wolf that has him trying to follow me on TikTok. I don't think it's him. I think it's a troll. There's no way in hell the real Elon Musk would be interested in a cornball, ugly geek, half-breed motherfucker like me. But keeps popping up on my stuff. And by the way, Elon, since I'm permanently banned from Twitter, why would I want you to follow me on fucking TikTok? That would make no fucking sense. So it can't really be him. Alright? But I still have no love and respect for him because he put a racist in the White House. And y'all just don't want to see it. So before we get into the racist part, let's talk about these veterans that he said were making a treasonous remark by telling all of us veterans and soldiers, active duty and not, that we don't have to follow illegal orders, unlawful orders. This jackass can't read or write, but he's in the presidency. He can't hold his bowels, and he's talking about these people should be unalived because of the fact that they told the world, they told all the soldiers, the Marines, the Navy, the Air Force, that you don't have to obey an unlawful order. They teach us that day one in boot camp. They're a ranking officer that makes an unlawful decision. You do not have to follow it. If there's no need for you to spray everybody in the motherfucking village, this is kind of why the Geneva Convention and shit is there. So that shit like this doesn't happen anymore because of them shit that went down in Vietnam and Korea and other wars where innocent people were just taken the fuck out because somebody made a call and the command in charge said, yeah, go ahead and level the place. Even though that wasn't legally necessary. And this is why you have the ability to refuse the chain of command. You have one job as a soldier. Honor your oath. As a Marine, honor your oath. As a Navy man, honor your oath. As an Air Force man, honor your oath. As a Coast Guard person, honor your oath. And your oath is to the Constitution of the United States of America. Point blank period. It is not to the President. He's the last on that list. As the thing goes, you solemnly swear to protect the Constitution of the United States. You state your name, and after the Constitution it says, I will obey my ranking structure, which will be my commanding officers, and then the commander-in-chief, which would be the president. Now here's where shit goes wrong, and this is where all you dummies that support Felon 47, now yeah, I called every last damn one of you dummies, especially if you're female. The presidential thing changes hands. 4 or 8 years. There's no kings here in America because they stole this country from my native ancestors and made my black ancestors work this goddamn country, while my white ancestors laid back, chilled the fuck out, maybe cracked a whip or two, and decided, we don't want to listen to kings. We want our own religion. We want our own stuff, instead of having to listen to some jackass in England or Spain or France telling us, this is God. You're going to be Christian, or you're going to be Jewish, or you're going to be whatever the fuck we tell you to be. You're going to worship God every day because we fucking said so. And every Sunday, you're going to be in church whether you like it or not. You're going to pay your motherfucking tithes. So they all decided, fuck that. We're just going to go over here and we're going to steal America from the Native Americans, and we're going to just be here and demand they do shit. So in that statement, did I just piss all of you Felon 47 supporters off? Let me remind y'all of a few things, because you know you're supporting a fucking person who wanted to sleep with an 8-year-old on an escalator. Yeah. He literally told a man in 1992, how old is your daughter? Oh, she's 11. I'll have her in 8 years. Those are his fucking words. You can find the video, because you don't have to trust Echo Fan Grey Wolf. You don't have to trust James Williams Jr. because we're the same fucking guy. But maybe if you hear him say it yourself, you might pull back your support for Felon 47. But let me bring you to the 90s real quick. Let me bring you to the 90s when he walked in on 14-year-old girls. Eye to eye here, 14-year-old girls. He did this shit. Y'all can see my eyes are wide the fuck open, right? I was counting my numbers. He goes in there and says, I've seen it all before. I can't see anything, but my eyes are open. He didn't go in there like this. He didn't go in there like this. He went in there like this. They've literally said he's come in there just like this. If anything, closer to this. But I've seen it all before was his words. I haven't seen anything. These girls are 12, excuse me, not 12. They're between 14 and 17. Because I don't think you can compete at 12. Because I think 12 and 13 is still junior miss. So you can't really compete as a team. And I think 14 to 17 is the 3 allotted years for Miss Teen USA. Y'all can go fact check that, because I'm probably wrong. But I'm pretty sure when he came in there, these little girls didn't have tops on. Because all these little girls was just starting to develop their breast buds. And when he came in there, they were barely in reasonable clothing. No, barely in underwear. Some of them were mentioning that some of the girls were not as endowed. And some of the girls was barely trying to find butt glue to fit these goddamn bikinis they had. Now, I'm going to get a lot of fucking unpopular hate for this, but I'm going to say this shit out loud. First and foremost, if you're going to have a Miss Teen USA pageant from the ages of 14 to 17, there's an anime that we should all love and watch. I only watched the first season because it's still going on. And here I am at 52, and it's been going on since I was 23. But all these teenage girls in these beauty pageants, and all ladies are going to hate me when I say it, I don't give a fuck, because this benefits you, not me. All these teenage girls from 14 to 17 in these fucking beauty pageants, one piece. That's it. They should all be legally forced to wear a one piece. What did I say? A one piece. If they're in a bikini and it's got too much crotch uncovered or too much butt cheeks out, you got a bunch of fucking perverts. Here's an A. Here's a 13. We're giving them numbers. They're judging your daughter on her butt and her boobs. If she's in a one piece, they get just enough. Alright? You can hate me if you want. I don't give a fuck. And especially if you're a female and you hate me, kind of look at it from my point of view. I am a man. I am 52. I do not lust after fucking 14-year-old girls. And there are some 14-year-old girls who are built like 22-year-old girls. They should not be fucking exposed in a fucking beauty contest for perverted old motherfuckers my age. I'm 52. Have some goddamn respect for little girls, alright? If they're 14 and they're built like a 24-year-old, they should also be in a fucking one piece. I said what the fuck I said. Now, if these girls are 18, 19, and 20 plus, alright, they grown-ass women. They grown-ass women. But 14 to 17, they are still fucking little girls, and if you don't agree with me, you have a fucking moral compass problem. In other words, you have no fucking morals. Oh, hold on. I have to do this shit because some of y'all don't seem to get it. I mean, y'all literally don't seem to get it. Alright, I'm a flat-chested man, so that makes this, like, a little bit complicated. But I need you to understand where I'm coming from. Alright? I need you to understand where the fuck I'm coming from as a straight man who has no kids. But I have a 14-year-old niece. I've had a couple of 14-year-old nieces because my oldest niece is like 20-something years old and she has 3 girls. Alright? That didn't work. Let's try that shit one more time then. Okay, we're going to do it this way. For those who do not understand, I am making a military fold to make myself have some boobs. Alright? So there's one boob right there. Because this might be what you need to understand what the fuck I'm saying. Alright? This may be what you need to understand what the hell's happening here. Alright? Fold and fold. I'm not doing this because I'm a sick freak. I'm doing this because it needs to be done and there has to be a point. Alright, at this moment right now, I'm a 14-year-old girl. No boobs. Little baby fat because, you know, my ovaries and my ass is about to fall. Now, I'm still a 14-year-old girl. But now I got like some B cups. Alright? Which is probably about average at 14 because they're still growing. I got some B cups. Alright? You see me from the side, I got B cups, nice, perky, and pretty. Alright, now, what does a 52-year-old need to be judging this for? And they need to be in one pieces. Because this way, one piece. You get to see all of it in one piece. Turn to the left, turn to the right. They good to go. Done. You put them in a bikini. You know, now you got the shit all popped out, tucked up, the ass all out. No, man. No. Miss USA pageant. 18 to 20. They grown. Then you can look at their breasts and lust after, drool, and all that other shit you want. Because they're fucking grown-ass women who have the right to consent to your lust. These girls was 13, These girls was 14 to 17. They're still girls. They are still little girls. You may not visual them as little girls because they got tatas, but they were still little girls. And let's do it again. No. So you fucking sick freaks that support this motherfucker. You got your little girl at home. She developing. She about to walk outside like this. And most daddies be like, go put something else on. Those are the daddies that need to be the only ones judging and putting the girls in one piece. No, motherfuckers in Trump's Miss America pageant, USA teen pageant, whatever. He's going into their room like this. This is you. You're a 14-year-old girl. You're just developing those nice B cups. You know, you're getting all that confidence. You got a flat ass, but you got big breasts. And now you're 14. You know what these things can do. Everybody's not talking to you eyes up here. Their eyes are right here. And you're about to be in a competition where there's some freaks looking at you. And you're fucking 14. You 14. You ain't got no life experience, but you got these boobs. You just started your cycle, and you got some fucking psychopathic, rich-ass white fella coming all up in your goddamn business and in your face talking about some, I can't see anything. I've seen it all before. Which one of us got the moral compass problem? The guy that just pointed out, 14-year-old girls just starting to have their boobs and just starting their cycle, or the motherfuckers that don't have a problem with this motherfucker walking in on these 14-year-old girls talking about some, I can't see anything. 14 to 17 is still a fucking kid. It's different if you don't know, but everybody in that motherfucking building knew that these girls were teenage girls. 14 to 17. It's no excuse. And it's different if you happen to bump into one of these bras on the street and you just don't fucking know. But you can learn by how they act, how they talk. A lot of young girls are very mature for their age, but that does not change the fact that they are under 18. You can look and don't touch and keep your fucking nasty thoughts to your motherfucking self, and that's okay. But when you are in a competition and you sitting here at 44, 45, 37 years old, and you looking at 14-year-olds, and you walking in on them while they butt ass naked or changing clothes, and you're going in there like this, I can't see anything. I've seen it all before. Y'all don't think there's a problem here? And yet, I lose more Felon 47 supporters as followers. You know what? If you support Felon 47 and I lose you, I'm really not losing anything. Because I'm not the one with the moral compass problem. You are. If you think it's cool for a man to look at another man and tell him his 11-year-old daughter will be his for the taking in 10 years or 8 years or any motherfucking years, and the guy's 42, it's 1992. You're on the other side of this child. This is your daughter. You just spent your whole day with her on her fucking birthday. She just turned 11. And y'all done went to the Barbie store, the Disney store, and everywhere she wanted to go because you her daddy. You giving this girl all the love you can give her, and she's your only child? Shit. This motherfucker could have saved the world a lot of goddamn problems by leaping off that fucking escalator and beating the brakes off of Felon 47 before he became the goddamn president. More recently, he did that shit again. Before he was bullshitly assassinated, he did it again. He literally said it again to 2 other dudes. But I gotta give them leeway because he'd already been the president, so he has Secret Service to protect him for the rest of his motherfucking life. And then the worst part of that is him being on The View and talking about how if Ivanka was not his daughter, he'd be boning that thing. And the worst part of that is that Ivanka barely flinched and barely said anything, which was fucking disturbing to me. I'm like, okay, that's not cool. And all about that time, Tiffany Trump was getting bullied by motherfuckers because Felon 47 is her daddy. She ain't had no say in the motherfucker. You know, she's the black sheep of the Trump family from his loins, and everybody treats her like shit, but John Trump Jr. is a god, and Ivanka's a goddess, and Little Baron, punk-ass bitch, ain't even lined up to serve. Yet, why would he serve? His big brother didn't serve. His punk-ass daddy didn't serve. And then you got motherfuckers saluting this son of a bitch and giving them their medals of honor that they've earned. Yet that same son of a bitch back in his first term looked at every one of us who served and said we were suckers and losers. And in his second term, the first thing he did in the beginning of February, he went after black pilots. The Tuskegee Airmen. He removed them from military history. Then he took another stab at people of color. He decided, I'm going to remove the Navajo Code Talkers from military service because it's DEI. Diversion and inclusion, or whatever the fuck that shit means. So he went after them. Then he went after Jackie Robinson. All in February, another black man who was a military man who served, while this punk-ass bitch ain't served a day in his life. Then Let's get down to the meat and potatoes. Then he went after Mexicans who were serving for citizenship. Deported them even though they're active fucking duty serving for citizenship. See how well that fucking works out for you? Oh, it does work out for you because you're not black or Mexican or native. Works fine, right? Oh, then let's see, he went after our fellow brothers and sisters who are dead in Arlington. He wants all of the people of color graves marked. Why the fuck you gonna go mark graves of people who served and made the ultimate sacrifice and ain't never, ever gonna see another damn day? But yet your punk ass bitch had bone spurs not once, not twice, but 3 fucking times and didn't go into the military. And he ain't the only one that dodged the draft. Because I heard Bill Clinton dodged the draft. Obama, by the time Obama was old enough, there was no more fucking draft. But at the same time, none of these motherfuckers have served. None of them. John McCain served. One of the Bushes served. Alright? And no president before fucking Trump went after the military. None of them. None of them have ever come after our boys. None of them. They have never said bad shit about us. They've never called us suckers and losers. They never talked to Gold Star families. None of them. The way this motherfucker has done. And yet, a bulk of fucking military people, males and females, decided, let's get this racist punk ass bitch back in here, although he's never served. Then he went after the Navajo Nation and Native American citizenship and whatever amendment that is that makes Native Americans have their tribal citizenship as well as United States citizenship. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, what the fuck? And then natives voted for him. And I'm part native, so you know I'm pissed at those natives. I'm like, are you fucking insane? Do y'all not remember Standing Rock? Do you not remember 1993 with they don't look like Indians to Indians and they don't like Indians to me, yet this motherfucker doesn't know what an Indian looks like? He jumps on Elizabeth Warren and her 4% native DNA, which means she still has native in her. It's probably not enough to count, much like mine, but still, she has native in her. And he calls her Pocahontas all the motherfucking time. And then on top of that, the Navajo Code Talkers. He went there and did that shit right there on live fucking TV. And you can go watch the video because you don't have to believe Echo Fan Grey Wolf, a.k.a. James Williams. No, you can go watch your boy fuck us all over yet again. And then with the whole thing this weekend about President Zelensky can fight his little heart out instead of helping him. This is what y'all voted for. You voted a piece of scum bucket piece of shit into this fucking office instead of taking the black woman who's half black and half Indian from India, not Native American. But no, we're not going to do that because we just hate people of color in America, that we're not going to let an American woman run this motherfucking shit. We're going to make another racist guy who diddles women against their will, grabs them by the vagina, and Billy Bush still don't have a job from Extra yet. And they owe him. And if I was him, my lawyers would eat their ass up. And my lawyers would also be after Felon 47. Nah, hell nah. Y'all would not be getting away with that bullshit. I'm fired for some shit this motherfucker said because I had a hot mic. Connie Chung went through the same shit. But yet, at the same time, if you are in a fucking news vehicle, common sense will tell you when the interview is over, you just shut the fuck up until you get the fuck out. And when you get the fuck out, you still shut the fuck up. That's it. Stop talking. Nah, this man has shot himself in the foot 95 motherfucking times. And y'all done let him get away with it. And the man literally said in his first goddamn term, I could walk down Fifth Avenue and kill somebody and I can get away with it. Congratulations. Let's talk about the MS-13 guy who was not an MS-13 member, who he digitally and had the nutsack to get on a fucking talk show and show digitally MS-13 on this man's fingers when they were never there. Yet somehow or another, y'all don't seem to have a problem with this motherfucker. Like, at all. Y'all have absolutely no fucking problem with the lies that he spews. No problem with him digitally framing somebody for a crime he didn't commit and trying to make him a gang member of a gang that he has no affiliation with. But hey, it's okay because he's Mexican. That's how y'all look. Y'all look racist as fuck. Your racism is showing. Straight the fuck up. You're supporting a racist and a child molester and a sexist. And let's not forget what he did to Jimmy Kimmel. Oh yeah, let me make this phone call. Hey man, you need to get Jimmy Kimmel off the air because he said some shit about Charlie fucking Kirk. Well, let's talk about Charlie Kirk while we're on the subject. Another fucking racist did you fucking bums support. And don't say he's not racist because let's see, what did he say about black women? Really bad shit. What did he say about black men, specifically pilots? If I'm on a plane and the pilot is black, I want to check his credentials. I'm sure that doesn't sound racist to you because you're probably not a person of color. But hey, a lot of people don't understand how racism actually works. And yes, even people of color can fucking be racist. I don't know. I've been the victim of quite a few people of color that was racist to me because I'm a fucking mixed person. Some natives were racist to me. Some blacks were racist to me. And I fit the bill for both of them, even though I phenotypically look closer to native than I do to black. So yeah, trust me when I tell you as a mixed person, no one is above racism. Not all white people are racist. Not all black people are not racist. Not all Native Americans are racist or not racist. Not all Asians are racist or not racist. I've never bumped into a racist Asian other than grade school, but he wasn't racist. He was just upset. I understood that because I'm the one that upset him because I said some shit that was not becoming and possibly racist because we got into an argument and he had me up against the wall with the verbal language. So I said, motherfucker, go back to China, eat some rice cakes. This is when I found out that Vietnam was a real place, not just some war that we heard about. And he says, fuck you. I'm not Chinese. I'm from Vietnam. And we don't even fucking like rice cakes. And if you want to be honest, we don't even fucking like Chinese people. And I was like, I didn't know that. But as I've gotten older, I have met a bunch of Asians who says that's not always the case. There's not always a love-hate relationship with China and Japan, or China and Korea, or Japan and Korea, or every other little Asian country. It's just who you encounter. You know, there's some people who are raised just to hate a motherfucker because of whatever Asian country they come from, and they're also Asian. You live and you learn and you ask questions. But none of y'all are asking questions about, I can't see anything. I've seen it all before. None of y'all are saying shit about that shit. None of y'all are saying shit about the 1992 incident with the escalator where he literally told a man that he would be dating his daughter in 10 fucking years or 11 years or whenever the fuck it was, because she was 8 or 11 years old and he would be having her. You know, I'm so pissed off that I can't even fucking remember it, but it's a 92 episode in a mall. And he goes, oh, she's 8. I'll have her in 10 years. My bad, she's 8 years old, y'all. Just remember now. Old age. But yet, y'all supported that shit. He's taking away women's rights to choose, and he's trying to make 14-year-old girls adults. Let that sink in. How old were the victims in the Jeffrey Epstein? 14. They all came out. They all talking about Epstein, and Trump knows he's in deep shit when they start identifying him on that whole fucking thing. Now, if that's not enough for you to wake the fuck up, then you're never going to wake up until it's your fucking daughter. And when it's your daughter, don't complain. You voted for it. Do I need to put the boobs back in? I think I need to put the boobs back in because they want to make 14-year-old girls with boobs. I also need to make a pregnant belly. So just bear with me, people. Just bear with me. I knew I shouldn't have undone this shit because there's always some idiot somewhere. So we're going to just roll this over, turn this way, roll it down, 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 roll it down. I got a wine boob done. Roll it down, 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 Alright, now I got the boobs. Alright, now we gotta make a baby. Alright, we gotta make a baby. I want y'all to even though I'm the ugliest woman on the planet, I need y'all to fashion your imagination to see me as a pretty 14-year-old girl. Alright? I need y'all to make this work so that you understand the concept of what the fuck you voted for. Alright? Now, only y'all can make this work. My job is to do the acting part. But only y'all can make this work. Alright? So, I'm going to turn it this way. Turn it this way. And now, once that's all laced all out, this is going to be a real ugly baby. Alright. Like I said, it's a real ugly baby. Baby's not here yet. I'm a little girl. I'm 6 years old. I'm a little girl. 6 years has passed. I'm 12. These motherfuckers just came out overnight. Which most women can tell you, that does happen. I got 5 sisters, buddy. They came out overnight. They're just everywhere. Can't do nothing with them. Got the little training bra on now. You know, we get everything straight. I'm a 14-year-old girl. I got size B cups. I'm going to school proud of these motherfuckers, yo. I got all the boys. They never looked at me in grade school. They never really looked at me in the 6th grade. But we in the 7th grade now. What a difference a summer can make. I'm still a virgin, having the time of my life, got all my girlfriends. I even play sports. Everybody knows who I am. Sarah, Sarah, I'm like the talk of the town, but I'm not the most popular girl in school. But I'm pretty fucking close because I got boobs, and boobs have power. So I decided I'm going to enter a beauty contest because my parents are helicopter parents, and they thought that shit was cool. But what they don't know was that when I entered this beauty contest at 14 years old, there was a fucking pervert that decided, hey, I'm going to walk in on that room, but their parents can't come in there, but I own the shit, so I can. Moving forward, I'm good. I'm 18. Nah, that's too old because that's still age of consent. Let's go 14. I'm 14. Well, we were already 14. Fuck that. I'm 15, turning 16. I'm not the rebellious kid. I'm a bookworm. I haven't changed. I still play sports. So one day, I'm just walking down the street. My parents ain't at home, and home is right there. I just gotta go through those goddamn bushes to get there. And all of a sudden, some punk-ass bitch who voted for Felon 47 decides it's her body. It's my choice. I'm taking that ass. That's right. I know Sarah. She's a tight, pretty little girl. I'm going to loosen her up a little bit. That's right. I'm going to grab Sarah from the back. Boom. He got Sarah from the back. He digging it in. Sarah has said no 20 times, but she can't talk because he's muffling her mouth. He's got her pinned down to the motherfucking ground, face down, doing it from the back. He voted for Felon 47 to make 14-year-old girls women who don't have the life experience of actual women. Sarah just got her cherry popped. Sarah just got raped. Sarah is found by her daddy, beat the fuck up, beaten, broken, raped, clothes all over the fucking place. Her daddy out for blood. Her daddy's a white man. He's a redneck. He's mad as hell. Sarah's taken to the hospital. 6 months go by. But y'all voted for, it's her body, but it's my choice. Y'all voted for that. This is Sarah now. Sarah didn't get a choice. Sarah didn't want this. Sarah had a contract to play whatever sport Sarah was playing. But some little punk-ass bitch decided it was her body, but it was his choice. Folded her ass over, and now Sarah got a demon seed inside of her. Her 14-year-old, 15-year-old life is destroyed. But you voted for Felon 47. Got rid of Roe v. Wade. Working on making federal abortions illegal. No circumstances. Let's change the scenario. Let's say Sarah was molested by her daddy. Let's drop her down to 6 years old. Now Sarah's Lena Medina. Y'all should probably go Google some of the shit that I'm preaching instead of just leaving the group. Now fuck Echo. He's against Trump. Damn right. But it's because of his moral compass. Now, we're going to go back to Sarah being 16, about to have this demon seed that she didn't ask for. Because the law says you can't take her from your state that don't do abortions to a state that do. But you her daddy, and you white. Sarah did not consent to this. But you did when you decided to vote that some bitch in, and now all of Sarah's rights is gone. Sarah got a bundle of joy that she didn't ask for. She can give it up for adoption. Oh no, I forgot. There's a person actually suing a young lady that he raped because she got an abortion. But hey, y'all voted for that shit. He's literally suing her. He raped her. But she got an abortion, so he's suing her. Now you tell me how the fuck a criminal has more rights to a fucking fetus that he just decided was going to be born without the woman's consent. May God have mercy when it's your fucking daughter. New scenario. You're in the military. You're a fucking first sergeant. You're the first sergeant of a male platoon, and you're female. So one day, a couple of your platoon boys decide, we got her schedule, y'all. Bitch gonna be by herself tonight. It's 54 of us. We gonna muffle her screams. And we gonna fuck this bitch till we can't. Everybody gets a turn. None of the soldiers are against it because all these motherfuckers is 18-year-old boys that ain't never had ass a day in their motherfucking life. You walk all up in there, toe the line, boys. All them boys toe the line. All right, y'all know what we're doing today. We're going to go do our drills, and then we're going to be back here after chow. We're going to go do this, and then after chow, we're going to go do that. And then after dinner chow, we're going to go do this. You ain't got no clue what's about to happen. Because everything can happen just the way it's designed. Y'all go do y'all routine. You do PT, you have breakfast. You go do your drills, you have lunch. You go do whatever the hell else you are assigned to, depending on your MOS, you have dinner. And you have one soldier that's there. And unfortunately for her, this is going to be the worst day of her motherfucking life because she's got tits and a vagina. And Felon 47, for everybody in the Army who, or military in general, who forgot that there's been an ongoing SA problem against female military members for the last 2 fucking decades that have barely been addressed or justice have been given to some of these females that have been raped by their fellow soldiers. This broad's about to find out exactly what the fuck's gonna go down. It's after chow. You put some dudes on guard duty. Those guys, you know, they're gonna walk the perimeter. They have no idea because they plan. 4 guys now. You got 2 inside walking the perimeter until their shift is over. You got 2 on the outside walking the perimeter. And if it's boot camp, we made deals with other people so that we can get sleep. Because, you know, you got to get up at 4 a.m., shave your face, brush your teeth, and then get on that line by 4:35 o'clock. I was infantry. We was on that line by 5 a.m., no questions fucking asked. I didn't make no goddamn deals. I did my motherfucking shift. If I was assigned that shift, I did that fucking shift. I'm not giving you my food at the fucking lunch table or the dinner table so that I can get a half hour of extra sleep. No, fuck that shit. I was also 37, so I didn't give a fuck. I watched the deals be made because, you know, when they assign you fire guard and all that, you see your partner who's supposed to be there. If the other guy shows up, you're like, all right, well, he's supposed to be here. Hey, we made a deal. You wanted extra sleep? I'm taking this spot. But you got the next spot. Yeah, I know I got the next spot. So I got 2. Okay, fuck it. Go do my job. I'm cleaning the bathroom. He guarding. Then he go do his job and I'm guarding. It's pretty much how it works. You got the 2 guys at the door. You check in on those guys. You come back and you do your thing. Well, this young first sergeant got her own goddamn platoon. It's all men. There's no women. She don't have any fucking battle buddies. Boom! They grab her. They rape her. They throw her on the ground. The ones that ain't on fire guard, who have no fucking idea what's going on, they just pretend like they sleep. But the motherfuckers that planned it, and the ones that's on fire guard that have no idea what the fuck's going on, they hear her. They hear her screams. But most of them are young kids that are too scared to talk. So they're not going to say shit. The people raping her, 25, 20 years old, just raping the fuck out of her. Boom, 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 boom. She files a report. She's no longer allowed to get rid of this because women's rights are now gone. Handmaid's Tale, bitches. Handmaid's Tale that you voted for when you put in Felon 47 and you got rid of Roe v. Wade. And now they're trying to make it so that women don't have any fucking rights at all. Not the right to vote, not the right to get a divorce, not the right to defend themselves. And guess what? If you are a female and you voted for Felon 47, fuck you. You get exactly what you asked for because there has been rape after rape after rape and on more than one goddamn military base where nothing has fucking been done for these young ladies. Not a goddamn thing. So if you are a female and you voted for Felon 47, fuck you. And if you get sexually assaulted, don't ask for mercy. You voted for that fucking shit. When you don't have any rights and you have a little girl and she's getting raped by the same motherfuckers that raped you, you voted for that shit. Own it. Hopefully I don't have to make any more fucking boobs and pregnancy shit so I can end this fucking video. You might not like what I have to say about Felon 47. You might not like me when this video is done. If you can't handle that fucking truth, that's a you problem. There have been a fuck ton of rapes in the military done to women. I was at Fort Benning, and I found out when I was getting discharged, there was a fuck ton of rapes also done to men. So while you're sitting here and voting for this punk-ass bitch that ain't never served, dodged the draft, came after every fucking soldier, and that includes you dummies that voted for him and called us suckers and losers in his first term, you pieces of shit don't need to be on my page. But when it is your turn at bat, when it's your 14-year-old daughter that Barron's bending over and fucking because there's nothing you can do because you voted in a king, and that should be your execution at the same time. You voted for it. You look your daughter in the face when she's being bent over and taken. You look her in the motherfucking face and don't you say you sorry. No, because you're not sorry. You tell her, I voted for it. You look your little girl in the eye. Whether her name is Sarah, Ada, or Cindy Lou motherfucking who. You look her in her motherfucking eye and you say, I voted for it. I voted for it. And for all the Megyn Kellys in the world who also have daughters, when it's your daughter, don't get up on this damn internet or platform talking all that bullshit about, well, you know, no. What you're going to do is you're going to get up on this platform and say, honey, I voted for it. I voted for it. That's what you're going to say. I voted for it. When your little girl is bent over backwards, bent over all different ways, folded up like a motherfucking pretzel, and someone's lust is taking your 14-year-old's bust, squeezing it, playing with it, and doing whatever the fuck they want, busting nuts in her motherfucking eye. You look her in the eye while it's happening. You look her dead in her motherfucking face. And it doesn't matter if you're male, it doesn't matter if you're female, it doesn't matter if you're native, black, white, whatever the fuck. If you voted for Felon 47, you own that shit that's gonna happen to your fucking kids. Before it happens to any of our kids who didn't vote for that motherfucker, you own it, and your kids should go first. And I don't give a fuck. All of the people that voted for this motherfucker don't like what I said. Y'all voted for him. Own your fucking racism. Own your fucking sexism. Because when it's your kid, it's the only time you're going to actually give a fuck. But by then, it's too little too late. So why should we care when it's happening to us right now? When it starts happening to you, you've learned your lesson. Too little too late. And when you're walking around with your granddaughters and the granddaughters' granddaughters who are the sons of demons because their granddaughters was a virgin and had every right to be one until she chose to consent to whoever the fuck she chooses to sleep with, that shit's on you. You voted for the motherfucker. Deal with the fucking consequences. And I'm not wishing bad on anybody who voted for him's children, but I am saying they should probably go first. Your grand people, your parents, everybody who voted for Felon 47, who wants to take away little girls' rights, give them their little girls first. You don't like what I said? Too fucking bad. I said what the fuck I said. My name is Echo Fan Grey Wolf. I did not vote for Felon 47, and I don't give a flying fuck if you did. All I want, because you can be forgiven, is for you to fucking own it. Own it when it's your kid, not just when it's happening to the poor, not when it's just happening to American Indians who are being deported and thrown out of cars and dragged down the fucking street even though they are American citizens. Own it when it's somebody else who's not having a fucking president that's a piece of shit digitally putting MS-13 on their fucking knuckles. Own it. Own every fucking thing this punk ass bitch is doing to us, and own it because sooner or later he's gonna point the cannons at you. You poor ignorant fucks that voted for him. You military fucks that served and made sacrifices for this motherfucker and then decided to vote for him even though he's called us all suckers and losers. You own that fucking shit. You own it. Don't look at us. Don't apologize. You stand up and say, I fucking did it. And when it's your kid bent over the rack and getting raped and saluted, you do the same shit. I fucking did this. You look at it and you live with that fucking guilt because it's on you. I'm Echo Fan Grey. This is Kung Fu Havoc number 2. Be seeing you.